Okay, so from what I'm hearing, from what you guys have just told me, you're a virgin and you're not, correct?
Correct.
And both of you feel you are ready to start experiencing and playing with the activity of sex, of sexual intimacy in the relationship?
Right.
Explain that.
Because I'm a virgin, this whole thing is a little nerve-wracking for me, but I feel like we're ready for this new phase in our life.
Okay, and what about for you?
I feel like we're ready for it as well, but because she's a virgin and all, it's a big leap to take in a relationship, no matter how long you've been together.
Okay, and have you like fully and completely accepted the fact that she's a virgin and she hasn't played around with the idea of sex in the relationship yet?
Yeah, I've come to accept it because I'm not gonna try and push her into it or anything. I'm not gonna try and take it farther than she's gonna let me. I'm just kind of let it go on gradually.
Okay, and have you accepted the fact that he's not a virgin and he will never be a virgin again, even coming into the relationship?
Now, and coming into the relationship, it was hard for me to accept it at first, but since we've been together for a long time, I've learned to accept it.
And what about trust in the relationship? Is the trust built there, or are you still working on that? Or explain how your trust is in the relationship.
Oh no.
Either one of you can
I
answer.
think we have trust.
Yeah, I trust her with anything.
And what about love? Do you feel like you are completely in love with one another?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sex can be, and sexual intimacy in a relationship can be an exhilarating aspect of the relationship. So, Cameron, if you will, tell me the experience that you have had with sex in the past.
With the one person I've done it with before, it wasn't really love there, so it was good, but it wasn't great as it was sought out to be. So I just feel like because there is love and everything here, it would be much better.
Okay, and Jenna, what about for you? I know you're a virgin, but have you had any kind of sexual acts, foreplay? Have you done anything like that previous or even with Cameron to familiarize you with the idea? Say anything.
No.
You haven't had any experience. And Cameron, is that hard for you to understand or wrap your head around since you have played around with some of these ideas?
No, it's not really hard to understand or anything like that because I know I was nervous my first time and for doing anything, so I can just imagine how much more nerve-wracking it would be for a woman.
Okay. And what about masturbation? Has that been something you two have done or talked about or anything like that? Has that come up in topic? Are you comfortable talking about that or even curious about it within the relationship?
I'm a guy, so growing up, that's kind of what we had. So, I've done it and I'm comfortable with it. I'm not too sure if she has. I've asked her about it before, but she just kind of blows it off.
So maybe not so comfortable like you. Do
Yeah.
you feel like that? Do you feel like it's a little bit more uncomfortable for you versus him?
Yes.
Have you done the act of masturbation before,
No.
or you've never even played around with that either? Okay. So, would you consider the idea of masturbating with or for each other and doing the foreplay that it takes to arouse a man or a woman? Would you be okay with those kind of things leading up to sex?
I guess, yeah.
Cameron?
Yeah.
You seem a little bit more familiar with all of the aspects that come with sex, but I still want to make sure that I get your side just as well as Jenna's.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm fine with it, but I'm not trying to push it onto her. Just kind of let it happen gradually.
Okay. So I understand what you're trying to accomplish here, and well, within the relationship, is there any other questions that you may have about the sexual activity itself? Is there anything that you're worried or concerned about? Can I just say you're nervous?
How to stop being so nervous about the whole situation.
Okay. Familiarizing yourself with the idea can help, and communication, letting him know that you're nervous can definitely help. And what that would do is it'll help him be more nurturing to you in the act of doing it and accomplishing it. And that will probably settle the nerves a little bit, but being it is your first time, the nerves are going to stay there. And it's probably not going to go away until you actually have sex for the first time and get used to it, and especially getting used to it with your partner. Okay?
Okay.
How much time we got? Okay. So we'll stop here for the day, for the session, and we'll pick up next time to see where things go. Okay?
All right.